Welcome back to the battle between Namor versus Mr. Miracle. Who will win? Before we dive deep into the analysis, please remember to subscribe to the channel to support me. Thank you all so much.
Namor Mackenzie, widely known as the Submariner, is one of the oldest characters in comic history, first appearing in 1939. His origin is a tumultuous blend of two worlds, as he carries the blood of a human sea captain and a princess from the legendary kingdom of Atlantis. As the Prince of the Deep Sea Empire, he also holds the title of the First Mutant. Namor's personality is clearly shaped by the archetype of an anti-hero, characterized by absolute pride, an extremely hot-tempered nature, and an extreme protectionism for the ocean and the people of Atlantis. His journey is a complex trajectory, constantly oscillating between the role of a savior, fighting alongside renowned teams like the Invaders, Defenders, Illuminati, or X-Men, and the image of a formidable threat to both the Avengers and the Fantastic Four. Throughout all these changes, his powerful symbolic title and catchphrase, Imperious Rex, always rings out as an eternal declaration of his supreme sovereignty and the iron will of the monarch who rules the seven seas. Namor's powers are a rare combination of the superior genetics of the Atlantean species, creating an entity whose strength increases exponentially when in contact with water. At his peak under the ocean, his physical strength reaches a level comparable to giants like Hulk, Thor, Thing, or Gladiator, and there was even a time when he completely overpowered them when enhanced by the Phoenix Force. This prince's physical destructive capability allows him to easily take down helicopters, crush giant sentinel robots, or tear apart the steel hull of a warship with his bare hands. Alongside his incredible destructive power is extraordinary durability, allowing him to withstand mighty blows from Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, or the Hulk's fists, along with a remarkably fast recovery rate when underwater. The distinctive, delicate wings on his ankles are not just a genetic symbol, but also grant him the ability to fly at high speeds in the air. In the deep sea, he is the ultimate predator, perfectly adapted to breathing underwater, enduring crushing pressures in the abyss, and swimming at speeds far exceeding any modern submarine. His telepathic abilities allow him to establish mental dominance over all marine life, from schools of aggressive fish and sharks to colossal monsters like Giganto. Additionally, he possesses the ability to manipulate water to a limited extent, discharge bioelectricity through his body, maintain a lifespan spanning centuries, along with superhuman senses and supreme close combat skills when wielding his trident. The biggest strategic limitation of his powers lies in his environmental dependency. Prolonged dehydration severely diminishes all his strength stats. Namor has participated in most conflicts, asserting his position as an uncompromising powerhouse. In battles with the Hulk, he has repeatedly gained an absolute advantage by exploiting the aquatic environment, employing tactics to submerge his opponent to the deep seabed until exhausted and forced to revert to Bruce Banner's form. Not stopping there, he also demonstrated superior strength when directly confronting Red Hulk, brutally breaking his enemy's arm. Against Thor, the Atlantean prince used his trident to block powerful strikes from Mjolnir, creating a balanced fight in terms of physical strength. The Fantastic Four have repeatedly tasted defeat at his hands, especially on one occasion when Namor summoned colossal sea monsters to directly attack New York City. His complex relationship with the Avengers ranges from forming temporary alliances with Hulk against the team to his powerful role as a member of the Illuminati Council. During the Avengers vs. X-Men event, as one of the Phoenix Five, Namor caused a great flood that submerged Wakanda, defeating numerous Avengers. He also easily took down formidable opponents like Super Skrull, Luke Cage, She-Hulk, and Iron Man, while performing an impressive sentinel destruction by tearing off a robot's arm and using it as a crude weapon to crush the next target. Gladiator also once succumbed to Namor's power with strategic assistance. His archenemies include Atuma, Tiger Shark, Doctor Doom, and especially Black Panther, with a deep-rooted vendetta stemming from the conflict that destroyed Wakanda. In confrontations with the Avengers, Fantastic Four, Hulk, Thor, and even Magneto, Namor, a warrior, always triumphs due to his absolute brute strength combined with the advantage of the marine environment, often causing horrific devastation before any force can halt his advance.
Please remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and turn on notifications to watch the latest videos as soon as they drop. Thank you all very much.
Now, let's talk about Mr. Miracle. Scot-free, known as Mr. Miracle, is a radiant being from the planet New Genesis in the Fourth World universe, created by the legendary Jack Kirby. His destiny was sealed in childhood when Highfather, his birth father and ruler of New Genesis, decided to exchange his biological son for Orion, Darkseid's offspring, as a fragile political pact to maintain peace between the opposing worlds of New Genesis and Apocalypse. This fateful agreement led the child Scott to grow up in the heart of Apocalypse, a hellish world where he endured brutal surveillance and torture at the hands of Granny Goodness. However, instead of succumbing to the chains of fate, Scott forged himself into the universe's greatest escape artist, a genius capable of breaking free from all forms of captivity, both physical and psychological. His spectacular escape from Apocalypse brought him to Earth, where he found true love with the warrior Big Barda, and together they built a new life as superheroes. He was once a member of the Justice League, embodying an immortal life philosophy centered on the desire for absolute freedom and the ability to liberate oneself from all shackles, whether visible or invisible. Unlike other new gods who rely on brute force, Scott fights with superior intellect, clever application of advanced New Genesis technology, and escape skills that have become his survival instinct. Every performance, whether on stage or on the battlefield, is a powerful declaration that no wall is insurmountable and no prison can contain the human will. Mr. Miracle's power is a perfect synthesis of a god's physiology. He possesses physical strength that allows him to bend steel with his bare hands and lift objects weighing tens of tons, classifying him in the class 30 to over 50 range. His speed, reflexes, and agility are superhuman, while his body's durability is sufficient to withstand the harsh environment of space, massive explosions, and direct attacks from powerful entities like Darkseid or Steppenwolf. He is blessed with near infinite longevity, his aging process permanently halted in his 30s, coupled with absolute immunity to all poisons and diseases, and an impressive rate of physical recovery. However, the signature ability that defines Scot-free is escapology, the power to break free from all forms of captivity, whether physical chains, sealed boxes, energy force fields, or even Darkseid's own Omega effect. His technological arsenal revolves around the Mother Box, a versatile device capable of creating boom tubes for instantaneous teleportation, activating defensive force fields, emitting concussion blasts, healing wounds, and sensing danger. Aerodiscs allow him to fly at speeds exceeding 200 miles per hour and cling to walls or ceilings, while multicubes and other tools aid in creating illusions, manipulating energy, and teleportation. When activated in its full power state, the Alpha effect grants him the ability to manipulate cosmic energy, obliterate black holes, resurrect and heal, enhance physical strength to godlike levels, and even absorb and redirect attacks from Thor himself. Beyond his superpowers, he is also an inventive genius, a master of hand-to-hand combat thanks to his intense training on Apocalypse, possessing an indomitable will and sharp strategic intellect. His limitations lie in his rare reliance on brute force, always prioritizing cunning and escape solutions. Furthermore, the absence of his Mother Box significantly diminishes his crucial combat utilities. His first great triumph, which shaped his entire life, was his spectacular escape from Granny Goodness's brutal purgatory, right in the heart of Apocalypse, where he overcame countless deadly challenges, defeated numerous members of the fierce female Furies, and outsmarted Steppenwolf himself. In direct confrontations with Darkseid and the entire Apocalyptian war machine, Scott has frequently fought alongside the New Genesis gods, using the Alpha effect as a perfect countermeasure to neutralize the destructive Omega power. He even succeeded in creating precious moments of truce between the two hostile forces. As a member of the Justice League, he confronted numerous cosmic-level threats, from hordes of parademons to the colossal entity Brimstone, always serving as a strategic problem solver rather than a destructive force. The Alpha Effect's peak achievements include the ability to obliterate black holes, resurrect the dead, most notably when he saved Big Barda from certain death, and the power to drain and absorb divine energy from other entities, including Thor during rare cosmic crossovers. He also consistently escaped from impossibly designed traps, defeated legendary Apocalyptian assassins like Lashina and Kanto, and fought alongside Orion and Big Barda in campaigns to overthrow Darkseid's dominion. His enemies range from the Lord of Apocalypse, Darkseid, the torturous witch Granny Goodness, the brutal general Steppenwolf, the mad warrior Kalibak, all the way to the entire female Furies team and other new gods serving Apocalypse. Scott Free's accomplishments consistently lean towards extraordinary escapes and victories, woven from brilliant strategy, where his thinking breaks all physical limits, and every confrontation is a strategic chess match in which he is always several decisive moves ahead of his opponents. Namor versus Mr. Miracle. Namor holds an absolute and overwhelming advantage in raw physical strength, a level proven by his planetary feats, having frequently gone toe-to-toe with Hulk and Thor. Meanwhile, Mr. Miracle operates at the standard power level of a new god, capable of lifting many tons and reaching even greater heights when activating the alpha effect. However, he's clearly not designed to be a damage-absorbing tank like Orion or Big Barda. Regarding speed, both possess astonishing superhuman stats. However, Mr. Miracle clearly has the upper hand in maneuverability and evasion, thanks to a combination of neural reflexes honed over centuries, his arrow discs allowing for flexible flight, and especially his mastery of escape artistry, which helps him slip out of any perilous situation. The combat environment plays an absolutely decisive role for Namor. When water is present, his power skyrockets exponentially, along with his ability to manipulate currents and telepathically control sea creatures, creating an insurmountable battlefield advantage. Conversely, on dry land, the Atlantean prince's physical condition severely diminishes, granting Scott a much more comfortable and open combat space. Regarding fighting style, Namor embodies a direct, violent, close-quarters combat approach, while Mr. Miracle operates as a master escape artist and strategist. He uses his mother box to create boom tubes for instant teleportation, activate defensive force fields, and emit stun blasts to control the entire pace of the battle. The key point that discourages any opponent facing Scott is that he is virtually impossible to permanently imprison or destroy, thanks to the immortal nature of the alpha effect, combined with his conceptual level escape abilities. Even if Namor can unleash devastatingly powerful attacks, truly finishing off Scot-free remains a problem with almost no solution. From the perspective of pure strength, Namor holds an overwhelming advantage, as he could completely crush Mr. Miracle with his immense destructive power before Scott even has a chance to deploy his tactical ploys. However, when analyzing survival capabilities and battlefield control more deeply, the advantage leans towards Scott. He can instantly teleport, set up countless strategic traps, escape any attack no matter how tricky, and then counterattack with the alpha effect or advanced technology, either by draining his opponent's energy or completely neutralizing their strikes. Mr. Miracle has a higher chance of winning.
What do you all think about this battle? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you all very much.